nice dead cow. Morning everyone. The time is currently 5:30. I've got both mobs in here. I've got 81 milkers and the rest are colostrums. We've got it's a bit of a milestone today. We've just got halfway. Took us 13 days, so today's the 14th. Yesterday was the 13th. So yesterday we had 123 cows in calved. So with our herd being once a day, they've always calved quite quickly. We've always, majority of it, well, half our herd always calves in the first 2 weeks. So yeah, we're well into it now. First pickup with a sow count was 151, which I'm stoked about because last year our first pickup was 700,000, so we had to grade that first one. Yeah, so it's going really well. Like I said, we just had our first cow die. I think she has actually been trying to calve and she's ended up cast there. So, like I said, you have livestock, you have dead stock. So that's our first one, and we've still only had one cow with milk fever, which is that's really good too. Normally we have a few more than that. So we're going to get on with milking now. Cows are waiting back there. We're going to milk our 4 rows of milkers, but yeah, and get on with it. So enjoy.
I know that thou art with me, will be with me.
Up we go, come on, move up, move up. Up, 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 up. How's everyone's calving going? How many days for everyone else to get to halfway, or how many weeks? Just curious to know. We don't do any no seeders, no PG, nothing to try and bring them on early. It's all natural. Just curious to know what everyone else does. Right, so I got the colostrums rolled up. Got 2 rows. It's the hardest bit of the milker, I find, rolling up the colostrums. Normally my dad's here to help, but he's off visiting my brother, so I can manage it. It just takes a bit of time sometimes to get the heifers rode up. They tend to double park rather than parallel parking, whatever you want to call it, but they're all rode up, ready to go. So I just need to actually change over. First thing first, we're going to find the cows that are going in the back. So I just put a dot on them so I can see them when they're drafting. So there's only 3 coming out of here today. So let's get on with milking. Also got treatment cows in here. There's at least 6, I think, that have got mastitis. So we have. I don't use any. Well, actually, I've got a paddle test, rapid test or whatever it is down there. I use that on cows that I suspect have mastitis, but real hard to see. But I actually have gone away from that one's got mastitis, but she's getting treated. I've gone away from using it because the first year we were shear milking, we had a lot of mastitis, and I used it and had just got crapped on. So I used the rapid tester too much and ended up over treating cows. So just the best way I find is just strip them onto the concrete and go with your gut. The milk from good quality milk always looks like a bluey white color on the concrete. So that first milk that we sent where the sow count was 150 was just done like this, just stripping them onto the concrete. Everyone has their own ways. It doesn't worry me, it's just how I do it. Well, that's the first. We've just started overflowing our colostrum back. Anyone for cream? Suzanne will be up soon and she'll take some milk out, it'll drop it down, so.
What?
Super mum.
Not bother.
Yeah, overflow.
I was running over.
Because you were late. Oh, because you fed the bobbies first,
Yeah.
normally take milk out.
Yeah.
That's right, I knew you were coming, doesn't worry me.
Hello. Poor kid.
She's loving it.
You didn't hear a minute ago, did you?
No.
She's like, Mom, I'm in the room. Mom, Mom. Take some more out and give the meats up there. Oh, I got like 22 to go today, so I don't even need that much tomorrow.
Yeah, but part of it, because you were feeding the bobby, so you didn't get here to get milk, whereas normally you'd drop it a little bit before I put the cost in.
Yeah, but I won't have as many tomorrow. And I won't need as much tomorrow.
Yeah. She looks happy now.
No.
So there we have 3 milkers drafted out. Colostrums are going down to their paddock, and I'll just change these gates, and the milkers can go off to their paddock. Yeah, she's being cast there, that cow. Well, I was just going to set up a brake for the milkers, and I could see this was a brake. Now, that was cast. So I just turned that fence off over there. Now, I'm going to try and roll it over. It's now time to draft out some more springers. This is the late. She's probably starting to calve. She's got calves, something like that. So we're gonna take them back. There is actually a calf in this mob that we've got to pick up, so all of them will be going back. We may even just put them all in the springers. My heart rate up. So I've just given her one under the skin, and Suzanne's bringing another one I'm going to put in her vein. Probably have to get the tractor and lift her further up the paddock, because this is all downhill to that stream there, and when she tries to get up she's probably going to fall over and go that way. So she's one of my favourite cows. This one, number 109. She's a big old crossbreed. So today's one of those days. We're probably going to end up taking these cows back and drafting some calves out of them, some springers, sorry, and then I've still got to do the springers and the heifers, and then just got informed today that we're sending 7 of our beefies off to the works, and they're going to be going tomorrow morning at 7:30, so we've got to draft them out today. So it's one of those days, life on the farm. They've been on their side for a while, they get a bit of fluid in their lungs. Here comes Super Mum. Farming wives don't get enough credit, they do a lot of work. Suzanne gets the kids up, 4 kids up now, gets them up, gets them dressed, gets them down to my mum's place, mum and dad's place, and then feeds the calves, then takes the kids to kindy, and then helps with whatever else on the farm, and then picks the kids up and cooks dinner. Alright, so plan is Suzanne's taking the lates back. Got to deal with the cow that's down over there still, but I'm going to go and shift the milkers. They're going to have the next paddock, a brake set up, and then we carry on with our day. So we got her back, we got her up, to use the hip lifters to get her up, but she's just walking, don't want to rush her. We're just going to get her on the grass. We've drafted out the springers, they're back at the shed, and we're going to get this cow through the other lot and take her back as well. It's easier to deal with back at the shed. So there's the lates, not many now. Well, It's now 20 to 12, and we've got the heifers done. Had one calf in the heifers. You can see the milking cows just there, and then to the left of them is the lates. So yeah, just about to catch up to Suzanne. She is gone ahead with Myrtle and 2 cows hopefully, or heifer and a cow. So the cow is the one that was just down. We've got her on the race and she's walking home. I suspect she's calved, that's why she's gone down. So we'll catch up with her. Alright, so I'm still filming with the camera because the GoPro is flat. GoPro Hero 9. Seems to have a few glitches, my one. Never works properly. Come on, where you go? So that's what I would normally do by myself. But normally I'd be following them with the trailer of calves. And you just take back whatever comes out of the paddock that's calved. Sometimes you end up with some that aren't calved, but you just, at the cow shed, you sort them out and bring them, the ones that haven't calved, back. So most of the time you don't end up bringing any that haven't calved. They all turn around and go back in the paddock. But because we got to bring the springers back down, we didn't mind doing what we're doing. So these here are the springers that are going to be going back, or the ones we drafted out. Up here we've got the 2 that calved, or the one that was down and one that calved. Pretty sure she's calved. She's dripping milk. She just, because she's been down, she hasn't had a chance to bag up too much, but hey, at least she's walking, because she's my favourite cow. Don't want to lose that one. So it's one of those days you're just going to get snapshots now of what's going on. We've got these 3 here. This one's on the job. She's got feet, did have feet sticking out. That one hasn't calved yet. And this one here is on the job. She was... Alright, shall we go? Yeah. Alright, me, Ezra and Anders are going to move a dead cow. So, we've had a fun day. It's now 3:30. We don't have to milk the cows because we've already done that this morning. But we're going to get rid of the dead cow. 92, the one that we brought up that was calving, she's calved just there. No one else has calved. So we think she hasn't calved yet. And that one up there was working on it before, so we might have to check her later on, but 92 just there, she's calved. And we're going to get that dead cow there. Yeah. So the new tool will be quite handy, I think, for getting rid of that dead cow.